more camera. All right, now everything's going. Hey, Paul.
Hey, can you see me yet?
No, we can't. We can see you're just a still picture of you.
Weird. Okay,
But we can hear you.
Do you want to try and reconnect the call? Because it was saying that it was in use by another program, which kind of makes no sense to me. So let me exit out of everything. Is that okay?
That's fine. You bet. Paul's
okay.
An engineer at a news station, like a TV cameraman. So I'm betting he can figure it out.
Yeah. Sure.
Okay, give me one second. Call me back here in a second. Let me try and fix this real fast.
You bet. No worries. We're just over here chit-chatting. So let me think if there's any... How's everything?
Good. Just growing.
For some reason, I think that you've really been accelerating.
It's almost weird. Like I can't, I have no words really for what I'm going through. Hi, Paul.
Can you see me now?
I can see you, Paul.
We can see you.
Excellent.
Welcome to the call.
Thank you.
All right.
Alaska?
Yep. Anchorage.
Wow. Beautiful.
It is, yeah. Right now everything's blanketed in snow, which, is its own beauty, but that's pretty cold.
Yeah. Tell me about you, Paul.
About me?
Yeah.
I don't know what all there is to say. I'm rather unassuming, I think. I don't know, got kind of on a personal quest to figure out some stuff.
What do you want to figure out?
Well, I think it would be too lame to say, hey, what's going on, but I guess I'm mainly trying to figure out what am I doing when I'm not awake? Maybe that's a good place to start.
In your sleep?
Yes. In short, I don't want to say I base it off a lot of dreams, but I have a lot of concerns, things that don't feel like I'm sleeping.
Yeah. So, what's upsetting you?
What's upsetting me?
Mm-hmm.
I guess I'm confused. Things don't make sense.
Okay.
In a certain way. To kind of let's see, what's a good place to start? So I guess for A.N., as of last time we spoke, I know I was talking about dark skies and always looking for something. That's pretty much what I'm always doing, is I'm searching or going through or trying to find people. And so lately I found myself in positions of being questioned, having conversations at length. And they're drastically different from what was going on before we spoke.
Uh-huh.
Who are you talking to?
This is going to sound really silly, and I can rationalize it all to myself. So, I don't imagine you're familiar with a man named Joe Manganiello. I don't know if I'm saying his name right. He's an actor. So, and I say that because the person I spoke to looked like him without the beard. And, honestly, he looked like he was about to go golfing, but it was everything was normally dark. I'm normally confused, trying to figure out where I am, what's going on. This was a complete opposite of it. It was bright and sunny outside. There was like a brilliant yard, green grass, and we were in a type of study office, large office, and in like a huge mansion, I guess is the best way to put it. And I don't know if this is significant at all, but he was dressed in all blue. But no, it was nice. He brought out my favorite whiskey, and we had a conversation about politics. And I don't know what happened from there, but it ended on a note of, there was a woman there in a floral dress with a wide brimmed hat, and she smiled the whole time. It was nice. But he went to show me something, his vehicle, and it wasn't, the inside was completely different from how we understand vehicles or cars. And as soon as he went to do that, there were just faces everywhere on the outside, just all staring at us. And there was this general unease. And I was kind of shooed away.
Okay.
And that bothered me for a while, because I don't understand if that's just, I don't know what that means.
Have you talked to a medium before?
No, I talked to a lady who did, I guess, aura readings, but her method of doing so was through watercolor. And, but yeah, that was just the one time, and I don't know what to take from that.
So
She confirmed something that I thought was interesting, but yeah. Sorry.
yeah. So you have there's a door open in your psyche that is not open for many people. And you have a connection with your mother that is it's a long line of psychic connections, but it's more like interspatial travel, like interdimensional bleeding. There's a bleed through that is coming through that line, through your mother's line. And so you have a real gift. And to be able to gain control over it is like being able to drive a car that is, or a horse, that's a better word, analogy. The horse is out of control. You've got to learn to tame the horse. You have to pull it into control, but you can't do that with any overt effort. You have to learn to be trained from the astral, and which is where you go. And it's a very easy entrance for you. They're saying don't shut it. I know you're wanting to shut. Asking for help, not have to worry and not have to deal with this. But they're saying don't go there because there's nothing to be afraid of. This is not a dangerous place. You're not in treacherous water, in other words. There's nothing dangerous. So the messages that you get are all about and from your psyche, divided levels in your psyche. And you're traveling into different rooms in your being, whether it's another lifetime, whether it's another shade. They're showing me it's like a shade of, there are different levels of light that exist. And when you go into these different places, you're in various shades of light. It's showing me like a gradation of light. So as you go down, it's going to be scarier. And when you're in a room with somebody, or if you're in somebody's presence, and then it gets weird, it's you bleeding again into a lower realm. If it gets better, it's you bleeding into a higher realm. It's the psyche that you have to learn to gain control over. But you can't do it from here.
And is that something that has to take place at that time?
What is it about your mother? There's something about your mother.
What do you mean?
I haven't told her anything, Paul.
Okay, so...
She doesn't know.
They're telling me it's something about your mother.
So she's... Gosh, where do I even start on that? She does a lot. Not here. Gosh, how can I explain
Is
this?
she on the other side?
No.
No, she's here, Kira, and I've interviewed her, and that's how I met Paul, was through interviewing his mama, and she is an experiencer, and she's been through, it's real. Whatever it is, it's real.
So there's something about your mother. I don't know the term experiencer, so I don't know what this means. All I know is that you're a jumper. You're moving. You move quickly through the dimensions. You transfer your psychic presence into it. Oh, they're saying it's a bleed. You're bleeding, not a bleed as in like losing blood here. It's like in art, like it's a smear or a bleed of the being. Blurring into other spaces.
Interesting.
Your mother has a handle. Mother has a handle on it.
In what fashion? Like a control fashion?
Mm-hmm.
She
wants to train. There's something about training you. There's some training that needs to happen, because fear in your world with what you do is never going to serve you. Fear is creating a glitch. So you can't travel, you can't do this work, whatever it is that you're being asked to do from another realm that I can't, they're not showing me. There's a task. There's a thing you're doing that I'm not seeing. I don't know why you're doing this.
Interesting. Okay. So I know. See, I don't know how to when my mom does stuff. It's elsewhere, and she's done things from fight battles to rescues to what have you in other places. So I would imagine it's something, I guess, along that lines, but I really...
She wants you to go to a place. Your mom's actually very present for me here, so that's why I was wondering, is she on the other side? There's another place that you need to go in your psyche to learn how to get control over things on this side.
And how would I go about that? Or what would be, I guess, a good suggestion, a good starting line?
I'm getting the word medicine. So there's some medicine for you to take. And I don't think it's pharmaceuticals. I'm getting a blinky right eye.
Right eye?
My right eye's being troubled.
Is it something you're seeing, or?
Okay, your masculine's getting in the way. Okay, it's the male. It's how are you seeing, how does your father see? How did your father see? What is he like?
To be honest, I don't know him well enough. He's a jovial, nice enough fellow, but so can one time. So I guess because you're referencing the red eye. So one time, and this was years back, about a little over 6 years now. I went to sleep one night and woke up to a man entering my room, and he was dressed in a lab coat, and he, I was close to the floor. The mattress was close to the floor, and I was trying to wake up my ex-girlfriend at the time, or my now ex-girlfriend, and he walked forward, and I heard being at a dentist, the whirling sound of a drill. And he proceeded to shove that device into the right side of my head. And it is still, to date, my strongest memory of pain. And before that point, I'd had a lot of pain on the right side of my head that I attributed to like a toothache. And since that event, I had no pain. It went away. Like the next morning, completely gone.
What do you want him to do? He has to stay bright and light is the path. So I just keep seeing like a shifting of hues where it's darker, lighter, 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 and it's grays to whites.
Mm-hmm.
And that your path, you need to keep going higher. Do you take medicine?
I don't take anything.
Do you do psychedelics? Do you smoke weed?
On occasion.
What you're saying.